everyone! One of the many desserts I was introduced to when I moved to Western Pennsylvania were whoopie pies. These are a kind of like a cross between a cookie and a cake. Normally, the whoopie pies I see in the bakery department at my local grocery store are either chocolate or vanilla, with pumpkin making an appearance in September and October, and red velvet showing up around Valentine's Day. I really like a good whoopie pie, but I've never been that interested in making them. Until Mike sent me a recipe for apple cider whoopie pies from the website Parsley Icing. I was intrigued, and I thought this would make a really interesting take on a whoopie pie that I needed to try. So come bake with me.
So the first thing we need to do is reduce 2 cups of apple cider down to a 1/4 cup. So pour that in there, turn this on, and this is going to be a while. Well, let's make it go faster. Okay, 1 eon later, I believe I've got this down to a 1/4 cup, so we're going to move on. We are going to sift together our sugar. And check it out, room temperature butter. This is because I remembered before my daughter's dance class to get out the butter so that it would be room temperature now. I feel like a genius. Wait, I forgot the brown sugar. Okay, adding in the brown sugar. Also, we're creaming, not sifting. All right, that looks good. It says to scrape down the sides of the bowl, but the little scraper thingy there did a good job, so I don't need to. So now I'm going to add in the vanilla and 2 eggs. Now we're going to add in the reduced apple cider, which kind of made like a apple cider caramel, which, pro tip, is way hot. Don't stick your finger in it. It says you can use applesauce or apple butter. I couldn't find apple butter, so I'm using applesauce. Now we're going to... It, of course, says sift together the flour and all the following ingredients. I literally never do that. Put in the comments if you do that and if it makes a difference, because mostly I just find that to get my sifter dirty for no reason. Alright, so I added in the flour, and then I need salt, baking powder, baking soda, cinnamon, more cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg. Oh, and the oven's up to temperature. All right, we're just going to start this off slow. All right, that looks perfect. Now let's put them on some cookie sheets. All right, I'm using my largest disher. I'm only going to put 6 cookies on my little sheet pans here. Now, as these are sandwich cookies, keep in mind you need 2 for each sandwich. So we're probably going to have to cook these in batch. And into the oven they go. Alright, these are going to go in the oven for, I think it was 11 to 13 minutes, so 12 minutes. And rotate halfway through. So 6 minutes in this configuration. Alright, it's been 6 minutes. And we're going to flip them. I think this is going to need more time, so we're going to do 7 minutes for the full 13. While the cookies finish their second round in the oven, I'm going to mix together the sugar and the cinnamon for our cinnamon sugar coating, I guess? Yeah, we'll call that a coating. Okay, mixed. Alright, the oven is beeping. Well, those look good. Let's see if they're done. look down to me. Okay. I need to let them cool for 5 minutes, and then I can put them on wire racks to cool completely. Cookies have cooled for about 5 minutes. Now I'm just going to set them on the cooling rack to cool the rest of the way, and then they'll be ready to fill. I remembered that I was supposed to brush these with butter and then dip them in the cinnamon sugar mixture we made while they were baking. And I was able to get about 4 more individual cookies, so those are baking. All right, we are going to let these finish cooling all the way. We'll do the same procedure with the 4 cookies that are in the oven, and then we'll fill them. All right, we're going to make the brown sugar cream cheese icing. This recipe comes with a few options. I went with this one. We add in our cream cheese, our incredibly soft butter. We're going to cream that together. All right, we're going to add in our brown sugar, vanilla, and now ever so slowly 2 cups of powdered sugar. That looks pretty good. Now we're gonna fill the cookies. We can pipe or we can use a disher. I opted for the disher, mostly just because I didn't feel like going downstairs and getting my piping stuff. Pipe an approximately equal amount on half of each cookie, and then we'll combine them. There, perfect. Here are my final thoughts. These are really good. The whoopie pies are a perfect combination of cake texture in a cookie form. They are light and fluffy, but very flavorful. They are like a non-fried apple cider donut. I'm not sure if the butter and cinnamon sugar coating is really necessary. The original author on the Parsley Icing site says that they're actually trying to duplicate an apple cider donut, so I can see why they included it, but for me, when I make these again, and I will, I don't think that I'll include that step, as the cookies are flavorful enough without it. Due to the size of the disher I used, I only got 20 cookies, which made 10 very large sandwich cookies. In my experience, whoopie pies are usually quite large, and one is usually enough for any particular sitting. As I have a small family, only getting 10 cookies was perfect for me. If you want more, I'm sure doubling the recipe would be fine, or even leaving them as individual cookies rather than sandwiching them, and frosting the tops would be a great option. For the filling, the author gives 2 options. The brown sugar cream cheese frosting, which I used and was absolutely wonderful. I will be adding brown sugar to all of my cream cheese frostings going forward. It was that good. The other option is the bourbon caramel buttercream icing, which looks just as good, and I may have to try that next time. Especially as, if you stay to the very end, you will see that Nat Cat didn't like these. This is solely a function of it having cinnamon, which she absolutely hates. She has never liked anything that had cinnamon in it, so I wasn't really that surprised. She did love the icing, though. If you've made it this far, thanks so much for watching. If you have a recipe you'd like to see me try, put it in the comments. I'd be happy to add it to my list. Please consider subscribing if you haven't done so. I upload a new video every Friday. And hit that like button if you liked this video. That really helps me out. I'll see you next week. Here you go.
So big.
Words, honey. They're not going to get your facial expressions.
I know. Think about what I think about it. There's cinnamon in this.
Yes, there is.
I really don't like cinnamon.
Okay, you don't have to like
It
this.
like overpowers all the other flavors.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the main thing I taste.
This is cinnamon. Do you want something else for your treat?
Yes.
Okay.